Hi, I'm Danielle.
I'm Heather.
I'm Eileen, and we're dietetic students.
We're studying at Eastern Michigan University, and we're here today to show you how to make some really easy meals in the microwave using some of the items that you might receive from Swoop's Pantry. If you do need more information on Swoop's, go ahead and click the link that's going to pop up below.
This microwave that we're using today, it's a 1200 watt microwave, and the higher wattage just means it takes less time for items to cook. So using a microwave is actually a lot faster than traditional methods of cooking. There's more nutrients that are saved in the food items. And it uses less energy than something like an oven would. So it's more practical for college students who want quick and easy meals. How a microwave works is that the waves go from the outside of the food item toward the inside. So packages will say like let an item stand or set in the microwave so that it can continue to cook. The outside is going to be hotter than the inside when the microwave technically says that it's done, but that doesn't mean that the food is done yet. So we have a thermometer. We're going to be testing temperatures just to kind of show you what the difference is and how it continues to cook after the cooking process is over.
So I made this pot pie for you all to show why it's so important to take the temperature of your food. So the directions call for 4 to 5 minutes and letting it stand for 3 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and take out this pot pie at 4.5 minutes and see what happens. The outside of the pot pie is about 207 degrees. And the inside is right around 125 degrees. As you previously saw in our video, the pot pie was not cooked evenly. So we've waited 3 minutes and we're gonna check it out again. Awesome. So waiting that 3 minutes allowed the pot pie to cook more evenly and heat all the way through.
So now that we've shown you how to take the temperature of your food and explained how a microwave works when cooking, we're going to demonstrate how to make a day's worth of meals from the food that you might have received at Swoop's Pantry.
Well, first thing in the morning, I need a cup of coffee.
Can you make a cup of coffee in the microwave?
All right, everyone, we are going to start with coffee because, that's the best way to start your day. So I have this cup here. It has about 8 to 10 ounces of water. We're just going to stick it right in the microwave and I'm going to put it on for 2 minutes. All right, so now our water is ready. We're just going to take this out. It's going to be a little warm, so be careful. And we're just going to take regular coffee grounds. These aren't instant coffee, this is regular. A tablespoon. And we're just going to drop it right into the hot water and stir it. And then this is going to take about 5 minutes or so to let the coffee kind of steep like you would tea. And then we're going to filter it out and pour it into this other cup. So now that we've waited around 5 minutes, the coffee is brewed at this point. We are going to just take a coffee filter and put it right over our next cup. Pour this cup here right into the new cup. So we're just gonna let this kind of go through the filter. It's gonna take a minute. All right, so I am just gonna lift the filter up and pull it out. All right, so now that we have our finished cup of black coffee, you can add in things like sugar or cream or cinnamon or kind of whatever flavors that you like. Coffee's ready.
Oh, it smells really good, but it's not really my preference. Why do you drink it?
So I drink coffee because there's 95 milligrams of caffeine, and caffeine just helps me kind of wake up and feel good for the day.
Helps you wake up. So how much caffeine is kind of okay to drink?
So according to FDA, there's 400 milligrams is considered safe and healthy for an adult.
Okay, so we know it's safe, but is there really like any benefit to drinking coffee?
There is. So coffee actually has antioxidants in it. And for a lot of Americans who don't get enough fruits and vegetables throughout the day, this is the main source of their antioxidants.
Huh, very interesting. Well, I'm gonna pass on the coffee. I'm gonna steal this mug and make some eggs.
Sounds good.
Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and show you how to make a very easy 2-minute egg breakfast using your microwave. We have 2 eggs here, a few tomatoes, some cheese, spinach, and peppers. And we're going to go ahead and take our eggs and crack them right into our mug. We're going to go ahead and take our tomato. This is where I'm going to show you a little bit of knife safety. When it comes to knife safety, we want to make sure that our environment and holding the knife is safe and appropriate while we're cutting our vegetables. I'm going to show you how to position your cutting board in area so that it is safe, and then grip and utilize this knife. So we already have a pre-dampened paper towel, and we're going to place this right underneath where our cutting board is going to go. This is going to allow our cutting board, when we place it on top of it, to have grip and not move around on the table. When we pick up our knife, we're going to make sure that we hold it appropriately. This means we're going to take our thumb and our first finger and pinch the blade, and then wrap the rest of our fingers around it so we have a really good steady grip on the knife. When you come to hold your vegetable and chop it, we want to make sure that we're clawing our fingers so that we're not accidentally chopping any of our fingers or cutting them. We're going to have the blade against the tip. When you want to transfer it into your bowl, you're going to use the dull side, so not the sharp edge, and slide it onto the blade and transfer it into your bowl. So now we also have our tomato. We're gonna go ahead and dump this in. We'll go ahead and take some of our onions and peppers and some spinach, mix it around with our fork, put it into the microwave. So we're gonna go ahead and take our mug carefully out of the microwave now. It might be a little hot, so do be careful. But we're gonna notice after 60 seconds that it actually still has a little bit of runniness to it. So I'm gonna fold in the egg. We want the runniness to be more on the outside. We're gonna fold the fluffiness into the center, place it right back into the microwave for another 60 seconds. Alright, and this is where I'm gonna pause it, pull it back out, and I'm gonna put some of my shredded cheese on top. And finish with the microwave. So now taking this out of the microwave, you'll notice it's all scrambled and put together.
What you making? Smells good.
Yeah, I just made a really easy 2-minute egg microwaved recipe.
Wow, why did you choose that recipe?
Well, eggs provide good quality protein because they have a balanced amount of amino acids in it, and there's about 7 grams of protein in each egg, and that will help me to feel fuller for longer after eating this meal.
Nice. So why do you choose the vegetables?
Well, I chose our leafy greens so that I can get some vitamin K in. Our onions are going to provide me with, they're actually a prebiotic, so they're going to feed my good gut bacteria. And then I wanted to use the tomato because it has lycopene in it, which actually gives it its red color.
Huh. What's lycopene?
Oh, so lycopene is an antioxidant, and it's actually a cardioprotective or heart protective antioxidant. The cool thing about it, and the reason I put it in this meal to cook it, is when you cook lycopene, it's more easily absorbed into your body.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You're making me hungry.
Yeah, what are you gonna make?
Today I'm going to have a baked potato for lunch. This potato, I've already pre-washed and pre-scrubbed it. First things first is I'm gonna take a fork and poke some holes in it. That just lets the steam out. And then I'm gonna wrap it in this damp paper towel, and that's gonna help it stay moist throughout. Then I'm gonna microwave it for about 5 minutes. So now that my baked potato has finished cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of the oven. I'm using an oven mitt just because the potato is gonna be really hot. While the potato is cooking through, I'm gonna give it about a minute, and I'm gonna go ahead and cook my frozen broccoli. I put just a little bit of water in here just to help it steam a little bit. And that's gonna go in for, like I said, about 1 minute. Now that the broccoli is done, I'm gonna let it sit in the microwave to finish cooking for about a minute, and I'm gonna start prepping my potato. So unwrapping it, and then I'm gonna cut a slit in it, and I'm gonna mash it with this fork. I'm gonna add just a little bit of butter. Then I'm gonna add bell peppers and onions, a little bit of canned chicken, and I'm gonna add cheese too. And microwave it for about 30 more seconds. That's gonna help the cheese melt and just get everything nice and warm. Take the baked potato out of the microwave. It's been cooked for about 30 seconds. And then I'm just gonna top it with broccoli, a dollop of sour cream, and salt and pepper.
Something smells good. What did you make?
Thanks, yeah. I made a baked potato in the microwave.
Okay, and there's a lot kind of going on. What all do you have on there?
So I added broccoli and bell pepper for a little vitamin C, chicken for a little protein, and cheese and sour cream for a little bit of calcium.
Okay, and then is there an alternative that you would use for sour cream?
Yeah, I can use Greek yogurt or cottage cheese instead, and that'll actually add a little more protein too.
Okay, and then speaking of protein, is there an alternative protein source besides the chicken? I'm vegetarian.
Yeah, so using beans and rice is definitely a way to get a complete protein. Speaking of beans and rice, I have a really good soup recipe if you're interested.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds really good to make for dinner. Alright, so it's dinner time. I'm going to show you guys how to make a from scratch bowl of soup right in the microwave. I'm going to be adding in some kidney beans. This is a whole can. And I have a whole package of frozen mixed vegetables. So this is about 3 servings of vegetable here. Peppers and onions, and some broccoli. Soups are really nice because you can put in pretty much any vegetable or flavor that you want. You can really make it unique to you and what kind of flavors you like. So now I have 4 cups of just vegetable broth. Let's give this a good stir. And then we're gonna add some spices. So I have salt, pepper, a bay leaf, and Italian seasoning. I'm just gonna incorporate this all, stir it all together. And then I'm gonna be putting it into the microwave for about 8 minutes. We want it to boil. And then partway through, every couple minutes, you're just gonna wanna stop it and stir it a few times. Putting it in for another 5 minutes just to make sure everything is cooked. I'm gonna put on some oven mitts here so I don't get burned. So placing this in the center because that's where it's going to be the coldest, and it looks like we've reached over the 165, so everything's good and it's ready to eat.
Oh, I'm so hungry. What are you making for dinner?
So good thing you just got home. I made us this vegan vegetable soup tonight.
Vegan? Well, I can see a ton of color in there. What did you put in it?
So I've got a lot of different things. I was able to get them at the Swoop's food pantry. So I have like a frozen bag of veggies that had the mixture of carrot, corn, peas, green beans, and then I added in some broccoli and onion, pepper, rice, and beans.
Wow, so we got a ton of vegetables. How am I gonna get my protein in with this meal?
So pretty easily with the beans and rice that I added, they have a complete amino acid profile for all the essential amino acids, so it's a complete protein.
Awesome, so we got our colors, we got our vegetables, we got our protein. What happens with the iron?
So from vegetable sources, iron is non-heme, so it's harder to absorb in the body. But I added in the broccoli and the red peppers here, and they have vitamin C, which makes it easier to absorb.
Oh, so this sounds like it's a pretty balanced meal.
Yeah, it really is. Now that you've seen seen all the meals that we created today, I hope you can see just how easy it is to make homemade healthy meals in the microwave.
Yeah, I was surprised by it, how everything was so easy to make. You can find all the food that we used today at Swoop's Pantry.
Yeah, and the meals that we made definitely hit all 5 components of a healthy diet. They're balanced, they're adequate, they're nutrient dense, and we were able to achieve that through variation and moderation.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and I really hope that you learned something.